If you're skeptical about Rocket Money, you're probably the person Rocket Money Premium was built for. People who are careful with their money are usually the same people who think twice before downloading an app, clicking a link, or signing up for something new, and that's smart. Or maybe you've downloaded Rocket Money, but you're not convinced you need Premium. If that's you, here's what you're missing. Rocket Money Premium isn't just about tracking subscriptions. It's about seeing your entire financial picture in one place. Checking, savings, loans, and investments, all organized on one dashboard. Premium automatically categorizes transactions, highlights spending patterns, and alerts you to things that you want to know about, like large purchases and upcoming bills. Rocket Money Premium isn't there to replace your judgment. It's there to help you understand where your money's going so you can make smarter decisions. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join today at rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim, rocketmoney.com/Kim. What disturbs you the most?
That all of these cameras, which are so widespread, and they are collecting every license plate that drives by every time. So I think just how much data they're collecting and how long it sits for is really what's so disturbing, because a lot of them are just average people driving to or from work that get swept up in this massive fishing expedition.
Can anybody just have access to this? Is it like a data broker type of industry where if I contact this company and I pay them a certain amount, I could get some information? I mean, because we're talking about private enterprise here.
You could pay Flock, you could put up cameras, you could collect all of the data coming through, and you could opt into sharing networks that I don't think you could have access to, but police not only in your area but across the country could be able to gather information from your cameras that you're paying for.
Is there any other information that these cameras are collecting?
Yes, they are collecting not only license plates, but increasingly more details about the car and maybe even the driver.
All right, I have a little bit of an ask here, and so let's talk about it. You know, wherever you get your podcasts, you can get the Kim Komando Show. See, here's what happens. You have all these algorithms that are controlling podcasts. Do you know how many podcasts are out there right now? Like 4 million podcasts. 4 million. It's nutso. So wherever you get your podcasts, the algorithms will kind of determine what podcast to show to other people. Now, the algorithms are based on positive reviews and traffic. So they feel like, oh, if you like this, then somebody else will like this. So that's why you hear me say, please, 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 just wherever you get your podcast, just leave a nice 5-star review, say some good words, because again, that helps trick the algorithms, and then more people will know about the Kim Komando Show podcast, which is exactly what we need. I can't remember the last time I was ever even there.
Where?
McDonald's.
Wait a minute. You can't remember the last time you were on McDonald's?
I don't remember the last time I've ever been to a McDonald's.
Getting a large fry or a 99-cent drink. We go all the time just to get Diet Cokes because they're cheap.
Well, the problem with large fries is that they give you a whole bunch of little fries.
Yes.
And they call it a large fry.
You want just one big fry, like a corn on the cob?
I want large fry. I want a large fry. Well, the reason why I bring this up, a Wired reporter asked McDonald's a very simple question. Since I've been using your app, what kind of data do you have on me?
Okay.
And McDonald's responded, because they have to in the state of California. And it wasn't just a printout of his order history. It was a printout of every single thing that he ever did on the app. And it was 515 pages.
Now that guy goes to McDonald's a lot.
It does. Every order timestamped, every store he walked into, every time he opened the app, he logged even his Monopoly game codes.
So is it like facial recognition software? How do they know every single time I walk into a McDonald's?
Location services on your phone.
Bing, bing, bing.
That's it. Here's the predictions. That he is going to visit McDonald's 2.16 times in the next 6 weeks.
That's a lot.
What's the 0.16? You just like put half a foot in there?
You just go to the bathroom.
That's it.
Yeah. You don't order anything.
He spends on average $13.49.
For one person at McDonald's?
A visit. And sometimes $29.15 as a total.
What is he buying? The only reason you go to McDonald's is because you're starving and you want something cheap. Like when fast food got super expensive, we stopped going because we could just go to a sit-down restaurant for the same price. And now they got, back to the $2 or whatever, and it's cheap and it's fast.
Now, the algorithm even knows when he's going to stop eating French fries.
Just the minute he's going to stop eating?
So the odds that the algorithm says that he will stop eating at McDonald's is 0%.
He is life.
That's right. He is a lifetime customer.
You should get yours. You should get your report and see if it says if you ever come back.
Do you remember we did that challenge years ago where I forget the game we were playing, and that if I lost, I would have to eat at McDonald's twice a day for 2 weeks.
That's a lot.
And then if you lost, you had to go in an airplane.
Yeah, and I did. I flew.
Okay. Yeah. But you're no longer fear of flying.
No, actually, no. And I figured out a way how to get over my fear of flying. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense, but it works.
What is it?
I eat yogurt before the flight.
No,
Don't
really?
laugh at me.
How did you come up with that?
I read somewhere that anxiety is tied to your stomach biome. And one way don't laugh at me. This is a medical condition. And that your stomach biome can be brought down quickly by eating yogurt that has natural cultures in it. And I tried it once. It's all placebo, but who cares? It works.
Okay. I read a similar survey, and it says that I need to have a vodka soda.
It's the same thing. We're both just getting relaxed in different ways.
All right. So in case you want to get your report on McDonald's, you go to their privacy portal, and then you can request your own file.
Is every state...
Just really the state of California.
That's it?
Yeah.
No other state is required?
Well, there are, I think like Illinois or Texas. But,
okay.
But this is really like a California thing. I mean, wherever you go, you got to get your data.
You live in California. You
I do not. I do not.
Well, it's part-time.
Okay, you have to be a full-time resident. Don't even consider me to be a full-time resident in California.
Wow. We found a button to press.
Now, McDonald's has a new sandwich made entirely out of beef lips.
Do they know?
Yes, it's called the McJagger. Satisfaction guaranteed. And on that heavy note, I'm on fire today. It's the Kim Komando Show, and I'm America's beloved digital goddess, here with you once again. And this is the best show, the greatest show, the award-winning show, and the largest weekend show ever. And joining me is Andrew Babinski, of course. And just a reminder, you can find us on your favorite radio station and also streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can get us at a podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. And then also youtube.com/Kim Komando.
Yes, which you should right now, put down your McDonald's and go to your computer and subscribe.
That's it.
Because every single time we upload something, if you're subscribed, you get a notification. You don't have to search. You don't have to find the channel. Also, like, comment, and share. It helps the algorithm. We appreciate it.
It seems like every week we're having a flock update.
Yeah.
They're all over.
They're screwing up a very successful company.
120,000 flock cameras nationwide. 6,000 police departments use them. 1,000 private companies, including FedEx, actually might have them on their trucks. Okay. Flock's CEO came out this past week and said, we're so sorry.
Why?
Police have been abusing the system.
Yeah, but that's not their fault.
There was one guy in Haines City, I don't know where that is, somewhere in Florida. Police officer Christopher Goodson was arrested and charged for accessing the flock cameras to track his ex-wife. How many times do you think he used the flock cameras to track his ex-wife?
Okay, so he was arrested.
Yes.
So we've got to be in the stalking category or territory
That's
for
smart.
an arrest.
You're right.
I'm going to say 218.
717 times.
But how long of a period? Probably in like
you should be his attorney. So now data is going to get deleted 7 days instead of 30. We're talking about these are the changes. Mandatory audit tool flags weird searches. Accounts auto-suspend suspicious activity. And officers need a case number to run a search.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes.
I think we are 12 to 15 months away from multiple police departments just saying we're not going to use it at all.
Well, keep in mind, this is just private enterprise. There are government and city and state cameras all over.
Right.
Okay. So this is the private enterprise and where anybody with a credit card can buy a search if they really wanted to.
But it's just too good. And that's what's enticing these officers to do wrong with this equipment. And I think police departments are going to worry about lawsuits and the legal side, and they're going to walk away from it.
But you know what? They have helped, get the kids in kidnappings.
Sure.
Because if you talk to any detective, they say, find the car, you find the kid. Okay. And so they do work with other departments in order to do that.
But they're abusing it. The police officers are abusing it.
So now they have something called the Flock Sock. It's a 3D printable design. So if you have a flock camera, instead of taking it down like you did in my neighborhood, is that you can just put this cardboard right over it And I think it's so interesting that the flock camera in my neighborhood was taken down at 5:30 in the afternoon. Okay, by a guy in a hoodie.
No car. They couldn't track him.
No, they couldn't
find him.
So if you want to see the cameras, there's dflock.org. You've looked at that. I've looked at that. I get hit by at least 8 to 10 cameras every morning, every afternoon. Now there's something else that's new. It's called don'tgetflocked.com. And that's called Flock Hopper. Have you heard about this? This is really fascinating. Genius, really, is that if you don't want to be tracked by the flock cameras, is that you can put an app on your phone and it gives you the route where you want to go from point A to point B, but it will tell you to go a different way so you don't get tracked by the flock cameras.
But that's only going to be cool for a year or so. They're going to be everywhere, and they're going to be tied in, like you said, to other camera systems. They're going to get permission, I believe, from businesses to have their security cameras to be part of the system.
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah,
it's all going to be one big web. The only way you're going to be able to get around them is like if you go to Canada and then Russia and then come through Peru. I mean, it's going to be everywhere.
Well, I read more about single trace this past week. That's where we have the license plate cameras and the city and state cameras that are all tracking us. But with signal trace, it's tied to your Bluetooth. And so the cameras can report that you have your AirPods in, or you have Find My Friends on, or whatever it may be, or some app is doing location services. And then so it's not just being tied the car to the license plate, it's tying you into the car.
Right, because even if you're avoiding the cameras, you're pinging towers, you're pinging Wi-Fi networks, everywhere. You're pinging all the way.
All right, let's talk about Bill Gates. He's got 3 kids. Jennifer, she's a doctor. She married the Olympic equestrian guy. Rory is the boy. You don't really hear anything or see anything about Rory. Then there's Phoebe.
Phoebe Gates?
Yeah, Phoebe Gates. She's the baby. She's 23, Stanford grad, founder of a startup called FIA. Now, Bill Gates has said that his kids will inherit less than 1% of his fortune.
That's still millions of dollars.
500 million to be exact.
Yeah.
Okay. He used to say, I'm only going to give my kids $10 million each. I mean, this is where, giving somebody $500 million is like tough love.
Right. Exactly. I'm going to make you earn it.
Yes. So the reason why we're bringing up Phoebe Gates is that her Slack messages in her company is that she actually ran a cookie stuffing campaign. Do you know what that is? Her app is where you can buy clothes. And when you click on an affiliate link, is that it's tied to her app. And so she'll get a commission off of that. But with cookie stuffing, basically, if you click the link and you come in from somebody else, is that when you stuff the cookie, you put your affiliate code there anyway.
So she's overlapping the other codes?
Right. And so Bloomberg did some investigation. And when she was doing this, she was making $80,000 a day. After she went, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It was a glitch. She's making like $10,000 a day. Is it
illegal? Is it just?
It's really illegal.
Really illegal?
Yes. Let me see. Here's a quote from one of her Slack messages. Can you confirm auto pop for cookie drop is live on all sites? Okay, that's a to-do list. So lawyers are saying that cookie stuffing can be prosecuted as federal wire fraud.
Wow, a federal crime.
Okay, 20 years.
She's not going to jail you can't go to jail for something called cookie stuffing. Because Bubba, the murderer, is going to say why you're in. You're going to say cookie stuffing, and you're immediately going to be his, you know what I mean? You know what you're going to be. Cookie stuffing.
I'm here for cookie stuffing. Oh, that sounds like it's good to me. All right. I don't know who Kyle Shanahan is.
Okay.
He's the head coach for the 49ers.
Correct.
Okay. He was talking about Tesla Autopilot.
Well, if we want to back up a little bit, he's missed some of training camp and preseason games because mysteriously he had a very serious car accident.
Yes.
He had to have multiple surgeries. No one knew why. It didn't leak. Reporters knew that something bad happened.
But they didn't want to say what it was?
But they didn't say it out loud, and they weren't reporting it. I don't know, to protect him or what, but it was a really bad crash.
Well, apparently driving home, his iPhone slipped between the seat and the console. I hate when that happens.
It's the worst.
He looks down for 2 seconds, he says, to grab it. He drifts into oncoming traffic at about 20 miles an hour, hits a 21-year-old woman SUV. She's okay. Autopilot was on. He'd had the car for 9 years. He said he was pretty comfortable with it. Okay. But he says it was kind of his fault because you can't keep your eyes off the road.
Right.
Even if it's on autopilot.
If it was on autopilot and he looked away to get his phone, why would autopilot take him into another lane?
That's what I keep saying. This thing doesn't work.
No. Well, you're saying you really think that you don't think he jerked the wheel, he overrun it, he was drunk and just veered?
I don't know. He said that autopilot was totally under control. He said that he didn't do anything.
But there's definitely something that they can research and find to see if that's the case.
It's just, that Tesla is just one big black box.
Correct.
So they're going to figure that out. But the bottom line here is that, I don't think that you should be trusting the Tesla autopilot. And I know I'm going to get all kinds of notes. All DMs says, "Oh, I love my Tesla autopilot."
Every time I'm in Vegas, I take a Tesla, what's it called? Uber, and they put it in autopilot.
I don't know. I would not trust the Tesla autopilot.
You still haven't even gotten in a Waymo.
I'm going to do it someday.
Sure, you keep saying that.
Hey, listen, coming up, we're also going to talk about how people with no college degree are making a few $100,000 a year.
Wow.
Because of AI. And then we have a $100 gadget that can take over a Boeing 737. Oh, that's pretty frightening, isn't it? That's still to come.
I don't want you to tell anybody about this.
Some of my fondest memories are attending the Super Bowl.
What a waste of a ticket.
I know. It really was.
You're not a football fan. I'm a diehard football fan. This year was going to be the first year since 1996 that I didn't have a fantasy football team. I just wasn't going to do it this year. And then you challenged me.
Come over here, little boy.
Now I have 3 of them. Well, kind of, sort of. What you asked me to do is take chatbots.
Yes.
And have them draft teams. And then me as a human draft a team and see which team got the best results at the end of the season.
So are you relying on your knowledge to tell the chatbot that this is what's going on, or you're just saying no? Okay.
I took ChatGPT and did a draft. I did Claude and did a draft, and then I did my own draft. Actually, I did my own draft before because I didn't want to be influenced by any of what input they were putting in. And I told the chatbot that this is the league format. This is how many teams there are. This is where you're drafting. And then I just entered in the names that were picked, and it made all the selections. ChatGPT did actually a really good job.
Okay.
I believe that team is called ChatGPT Touchdown, and this is Claude Almighty. And then my team is Any Given Human. And basically, ChatGPT was giving me running play-by-play. It worked really fast. You've probably never done a fantasy football draft, but it takes a while. I mean, it's quick. It's fast-paced.
I get like these brackets, I guess they're called, from a friend every year. And every year I write them back and go, I'm not interested.
Okay.
So
that's like a weekly picks thing. This is actually focused on the players.
Okay, all right.
ChatGPT.
I'm such a football fan.
Did not, I was surprised, it did not follow any rankings from like ESPN or Yahoo. It had its own ideas. I asked for reasonings for some of the picks, and it wanted to protect players. It was looking for sleepers. It did a good job. Claude was clueless.
Oh, really?
Claude messed up team names for some of the players. It thought Tank Bigsby.
Soccer. It doesn't matter.
It didn't want to draft a guy because it already had a guy from the same team. They had been teammates in years. It took forever. I had to get to a point where I was telling it, I'll give you a name that is drafted, and you just tell me who you want your next pick to be, and nothing else, because you're taking way too long. So we have all 3 rosters, funny. Mine, Claude's, and ChatGPT. Every single week, I'm going to look at, because things happen, injuries happen. I'm going to show ChatGPT its roster. I'm going to show them the available players on the waiver wire and have it make its own moves. I am not interfering at all. I'm going to have them set their own lineups.
Now, how long does this go on for?
This goes on until the end of December.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it goes along with follows the football season.
Okay, what's the bracket thing then?
The bracket thing is just weekly picks.
Okay.
You're picking who's going to win every single week, and whoever gets the most correct gets the pot. Usually that's what the bracket is.
The bracket thing.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're going with technical terms, so if football fans are out there don't know she's falling, but that's what that sounds like that is.
Oh, okay. So looking at, we'll put Claude off to the side.
Sure.
Wouldn't that be funny if they won?
It probably will.
But what did you think of the picks that they did do? Because you're a big football guy.
Yeah, actually, the first 2 picks of my draft and ChatGPT's draft were exactly the same. I picked in the 4th spot, they picked in the 5 spot, and we ended up with the same 2 players. We both went wide receiver in the first 2 rounds, which is something I like to do. And then I just draft a whole ton of running backs. Claude was just drafting wide receivers. Like if I had to intervene at one point and just remind Claude that it had other positions it needed to fill, because it was just taking wide receivers over and over and over
There's
again.
our quarterback.
It was rough for Claude.
Okay. Is there a prompt that if anybody's listening or watching that they should use?
You always like to tell them what they are. And I told ChatGPT, you're the greatest fantasy football player of all time. We're doing a fantasy draft. You're picking 4th. It's a 10-team league with standard scoring. You have 5 bench positions, and you must pick a kicker and a defense. And it immediately came back with, well, we're picking a kicker and a defense last. So let's focus on my first pick. And it picked its entire team. And it named itself.
That's awesome. That's great. I wish that I knew what you were talking about.
Why did you challenge me to do this if you're going to sit there and be clueless?
Because maybe I'll learn. Maybe I'll suddenly become a football fan.
I was thinking like every 3 weeks, we'll check back, just give the records, how it's doing. Or if something crazy happens in the middle of the season, I'll report back.
And what is a football player's favorite ice cream?
Oh, I don't know.
Any given Sunday.
I can't make eye contact with you right now.
It was so funny. Hey, coming up, we have the free AI tutor that walks your kid through homework instead of doing it for them. Teachers actually like this one. And then later on, a gadget smaller than an Oreo that can take over a Boeing 737's electronics. That's pretty frightening. When police searched the car of the man who assassinated a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband in their own home, they found a notebook. Inside, a handwritten list of 11 websites, not weapons sites, data brokers, people search sites that sell your home address for just a couple of bucks. Type your name into one right now, and there you are. Your address, your phone, your family's names, a photo of your front door. Anyone can look you up in seconds, and you'll never know who did. That's why I use Incogni. It forces data brokers and people's search sites to delete you, then keeps checking because deleted data creeps back. Incogni has scrubbed me from over 400 sites while I did exactly nothing. You lock your doors every night. So tonight, lock down your address. Go to privacykim.com for 60% off. That's privacykim.com, because the next time a stranger searches your name, let them find nothing. A scammer or worse can't find you if you don't exist. Get 60% off right now at privacykim.com. All right, before we start the phone calls, I just got to tell you about these 3 electricians in Texas that are clearing $260,000 a year.
Wow. What are they doing?
These data centers, big tech, they need electricians and plumbers and welders, and there aren't enough. Pay is actually exploding. Journeymen on big projects average around $120,000 a year. First-time apprentices, $50,000, paid from day one. First day you show up.
That's phenomenal.
And so here's what you want to do. If you have anybody in your family who's saying like, I can't find a job and they have any of this skill set, go to apprenticeship.gov, apprenticeship.gov, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, apprenticeship.gov. And it really is something. I mean, the trades aren't just back. They're welding all the power.
Wielding and welding aren't even the same word. How is that a joke?
You know what? I read every single note that people send me at Komando.com.
Right.
And there's a big button on the top that says Ask Him. And Dorian in Atlanta, Georgia, you sent me the craziest story. Welcome to the show. And I thought to myself, Dorian, you can't keep this to yourself and me.
Well, I'd love to share it with you. It was a very good day, almost as good as today, getting to speak to you. And my service dog is even here, and he's pretty excited about it, too. So I was a flight attendant, and before passengers get on the aircraft, we do a security check of everything in the plane so we can make sure it's okay for you guys to come on board. And I was in the lavatory laughing with a friend about a story I'd heard in the UK. People usually lose their phones in the bathrooms. And I said to my friend, wow, what an idiot would take her phone into the bathroom. And as I'm opening up the bin, I hear a clunk. And I'm like, what is that? And I look, and it is my cell phone. My iPhone has fallen out of my blazer jacket into the toilet.
Into the toilet with like all the blue stuff?
Well, yeah, that's what was in there then. Yeah, luckily we had just had it dumped, and so there was just blue juice in there. And so I was like, all of a sudden, well, I guess I'm the idiot, and I went running into the captain. And I'm like, we can't board. And he's like, why? What's wrong? I said, my phone. My iPhone fell out of my blazer pocket. It's in the toilet. I need the mechanic to come on board and get it, because they always come. And they have a special glove, and they go in the toilet, and they get the stuff out. And he's like, okay, because he knew that if he wanted me to be happy and nice to him during the flight, that it would be the best idea to accommodate me. And in those days, the captain was still king, so he could do whatever he wanted. And so they called a mechanic, and of course the mechanic knew what was the problem, but he just wanted me to embarrass myself. However, this is my iPhone. It has all of my pictures on there, my cats, my food, things like that. It's very important to me. I want it back. And he said, I'm not going in there. You know, that thing is full of death and disease. I said, no, you don't understand. It was just dumped. It's empty. He says, no. He says, there's death and disease and blue juice in there. I says, I'm not going in. And I'm like, oh, my God, what did you do? So I grabbed the glove from him, and I went into the lab, and I got down on my knees, and I shoved my arm in the toilet, and I was feeling around for it. While my friend is in the galley, she is praying for me out loud. And I'm like, oh, just keep it coming. I need some help. And everybody's laughing behind me. I now have a bunch of aircraft workers and things like that behind me. And I'm like, I can't feel it. Well, I guess we better just let it go. I'm not letting go of my iPhone. I want my iPhone. I never dump anything on my iPhone. So for my phone to dump into the toilet, that was horrible. So I took the glove off. I pulled my arm out, I took the glove off, and I shoved my arm back in there. And I felt around, and it was a little squishy, but not too bad. And I found my phone. I was like, oh, there is a God. I know this is wonderful. And so I pulled my iPhone out, but it was covered with stuff. And all I could think of is, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was a cloud or anything was saved. I had my iPhone. I was happy. And so I took it to the galley, and I cleaned it off, and I told them that they could board, what have you. And I worked the flight, and I'm just thinking during the whole flight, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I finally figured out, they use rice to dry these things. Where was they going to get me rice? I don't carry packs of rice. So I thought maybe we'd get to the hotel. I could go to a supermarket or something. But by the time we got in, it was too late. So I took it to the room, and the captain had told me before we boarded, he said, could you clean your hands a little bit because they're kind of blue. So I had all this blue, that stuff really indelibly just kind of sticks there. They must use that for bank money or something when the thieves take it.
Wait, I need to stop right here.
Yeah.
Okay, because because you put your hand down that thing
You
without
were going to use the poop phone?
Well, I did use the phone later on. When I got to the hotel, I didn't have rice, so I used 3 hair dryers. I got mine, I got the hotel one, and then I got my friend's, and I used that for 5 hours and monitored it. But it was in a baggie. I didn't want to really touch it. I mean, I'd already gone into the toilet. Reality just didn't really kick in. You know what I mean? I just knew I needed my phone. I love my phone. My phone is very important to me. So and it works. It worked after the 5 hours.
Now, did you think, did you go to the doctor and get a tetanus shot or anything?
Or 12 of them?
What I did was, my first stop after the flight was, on the way home, I went to Lenox Mall and went to the Apple store. I told the guy that what had happened. And, of course, he rushed me up to the top of the line because I was in my flight attendant uniform, and everybody loves a flight attendant, I had all the geniuses there. They were all hysterical. No one was getting taken care of. And it was just all about me. I was very self-absorbed at that moment. I just wanted this fixed.
Did you bring the phone with you when you went to the Apple store?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Did any of the people working there handle it?
Pardon me?
It
was in a baggie. It was in a baggie then.
But nobody took it out?
Did you still have blue hands?
No, oddly enough, I had the very tip of my fingers underneath, I had long nails then. You could see a little bit of the dye. It was still in my skin. I wasn't going to scrub the skin off. But believe me, the phone was just my main concern. My health or anything like that was not a big deal. But the head.
Did you just hear? Hold on. Did you hear what she just said?
I did.
That phone is very important. My health was not a concern. If you're dead, your phone does nothing for you.
Well, but my pictures would be okay, and we would still have them. So my heirs would have my pictures.
Everybody would still have her photos. Wouldn't have her, but they'd have your photos.
Spend the 99 cents and get the Apple Cloud so you don't have to put your hand in a toilet.
I didn't even think, I'm not a technical person, and I didn't know. I just wanted my phone. And I got my phone back, so they gave me a brand new iPhone. They said they normally don't do that. They just usually give you a refurbished phone.
You know why? They didn't want they didn't want it back. They were just like, this is just not right.
I would have sold it on Facebook.
They took that phone. They took that phone and they downloaded the stuff.
Well, that was that was very nice. That was very nice of them.
I love my phone. But it's all backed up. Let it go.
I couldn't do it.
Never.
Since we're on the topic, there's something else I can't. I could never get into a porta potty.
Just period?
Well, because a friend of mine was at one of the golf tournaments and she went to the bathroom in the porta potty and it fell over on her.
That's nasty.
Okay. And ever since then, I look at him like, I'm never going in one of those.
Imagine if that was Dorian. She would just wipe it off and carry on with her day. No big deal.
Go to the 18th hole.
Yeah.
She'd be all blue.
She'd be telling everybody the story. Guess what? I'm covered in poop. Want to use my phone? I cannot believe she went in after her phone.
Without a glove.
She didn't care.
I don't even think I could go in with Could you go in with a glove?
I don't even like to go in there when I'm just using the facilities, let alone rooting around everywhere.
I remember she said she felt something squishy.
Yeah. What do you think that was? The power of deduction is going to help you figure it out.
Oh.
Wow, Dorian. She really, really, really didn't want to lose that phone.
No.
There is nothing. If my kid was in there, I would think for a second before I went in. Obviously, I'd go save my child, but I'd pause for a second. That's so gross.
It is so gross. So, next time you're on an airplane, you're going to think of Dorian.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Never take, that's the PSA. Okay. Never take your phone in the toilet.
Or in the porta potty. Have someone hold it for you. You never know what's going to happen.
No, the porta potty fell on her.
That's so nasty.
Let's switch gears.
No jokes? You have no jokes for this one.
No poop jokes.
All right.
So you got kids in school. They're using AI.
Of course.
ChatGPT has something called study mode.
Okay.
And Gemini has guided learning. Basically, what it does is that when the kids need help with their homework, it just doesn't give them the answer.
Yeah, but you do it now with a prompt that says, make sure you don't never give us the answer. Because it will,
Yes.
it thinks it wants you to solve the problem. But this is cool.
Yes, so it's study mode on ChatGPT and guided learning on Gemini. Let's see, in just a few minutes, a device that costs less than dinner out and it takes over a Boeing 737 in under a minute. Too bad it won't fish out a phone from the toilet.
Yeah, we need a device for that.
But first, look at you. What are you sporting?
I got swag.
You got swagger.
Yes, new Kim Komando swag.
This is merch. You have to get it now before it's gone because that's how merch drops work, right?
Okay. When does the merch drop happen?
It's happening right now. And
Nice.
For the next week, you're going to be able to buy it. So you're holding the mug.
Yeah, the mug says no data leaks here. Kim Komando right underneath there.
Very affordable, $16, high quality stuff. This is not junk.
No, not at all.
Then this one's my favorite. I've read the terms and conditions. I have not.
That's the t-shirt. It says, I have read the terms and conditions, and then parentheses says, I have not.
Nobody has.
No, I didn't read them.
But, this is one of those shirts that people will look at and go, oh, yeah, me, you too?
Yeah.
Okay.
An instant connection.
And then my favorite, also number 2, is the hoodie. Now, this is a high quality hoodie. This was important to me. I did not want a hoodie that was hard to, it was all like, I'm talking about, like thick.
Right.
This one's really soft.
An all-season hoodie.
Yes.
Where you can wear it all the time. Winter, fall, whatever.
And
Or if it's just cold in the house.
And it says, do not disturb buffering.
And it's got the little wheel. It's got the wheel on it.
Okay.
And the hat. Don't forget the hat.
That's right. The hat. KK hat. It's one I'd wear every single day. $28. On the back, it does say Kim Komando.
I'm trying to take off the tag.
I didn't give the hat to you. You're just demonstrating it. No,
It's a gift now. Oh. Yeah. Deal with it.
Excuse me, Amber, take that out of his pay, please.
Oh, that's going to cover. I'm going to need a couple checks to cover that.
In case you want to check it all out, links are right now at Komando.com, Komando.com, Komando.com. If you buy it, send us photos of you sporting the merch.
This is a comfortable hat.
And then you will be part of the show. It's amazing.
Is it a coincidence? It's fitted just for me? I don't think so. I think it was meant.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's kismet. I'm glad I'm wearing it.
All right. Hey, listen. So let's say you can't see the stars wherever you're living. A ranch in West Texas will actually rent you the dark sky over the internet. This is really amazing. Starfront observatories, they park hundreds of telescopes under some of the blackest skies in America. And then you aim and shoot from your laptop for about, say, $100 a month. No bug spray required. Bray Falls, welcome to the show. How did you come up with this idea? I think it's amazing.
Hey, thanks for having me. So the idea basically came when we realized that most people live in a city and they can't actually see the stars at all. And I think that's unfortunate because the night sky is very beautiful, and I think everyone should be able to see it. It's just actually getting out under that dark sky is very difficult to do for most people. And so we figured we'd bring the stars to them instead of making them, drive a couple hours out to see them each night.
And so what's the tech behind it? What's making all this possible?
So all of it is possible right now with the advent of a thing called the Smart Telescope, which is basically a really tiny little telescope, but it has a really good camera, really good optics, and it's all controlled through an app on your phone. So you don't need to learn the complex software that normally comes with a telescope. And the best part is now these smart telescopes have recently been able to be used remotely. So they can be controlled over a network from your phone, from anywhere you live. You don't actually need to be next to the telescope anymore.
So you can say where the telescope goes on the app.
Yeah, exactly. So you have full control over it, what it looks at, and you can see galaxies, nebulae, the moon, planets, anything you want to look at and anything you want to explore. You can just do it from your phone wherever you live.
Okay, so, we're seeing some video right now. It looks like just acres and acres of telescopes.
I mean, there's got to be 1,000 telescopes.
Yeah, we actually did recently just cross 1,000 telescopes. So there's a lot. It's a sight to behold. We've got 14 buildings right now, and we're building another 4. One of the ones we're building right now is going to host about 550 of those smart telescopes just for people to rent. So it's really mind-blowing to see in person.
Boy, that is something. That is amazing.
So I can basically see what's above my head, but I also can see what's above Antarctica?
Well, Antarctica is a bit far away, so you can't see the sky from down there. However, we are expanding into the southern hemisphere, into Australia. So right now we're just in Texas, but soon we'll have another location. You'll actually be able to do stargazing in the daytime and from the southern hemisphere, because half the sky you can't actually see from America, but also it's 9 hours due west. So you'll be able to actually use a telescope in the daytime, which, we just want to make space more accessible, and that includes the other half of the sky and also during the daytime. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with the telescope once it's remote. So
have any of your customers discovered anything?
Plenty, yes. There's been dozens of new nebulae that have been found from the observatory. They usually happen when basically everybody points their telescopes together at one spot, and then they all collect light at the same time and combine everything together. So basically in astrophotography, you want to get as much exposure time as possible. And when you're working alone, you can only get, one night of exposure time per night to reveal faint objects. But if you have, 40, 50, 100 people working together on one thing, you combine all of your images, and all of a sudden you have enough light collecting power to discover new things or rival what a professional telescope could see.
Wow. That is,
super smart.
That is incredible. And so in case somebody wants to check it out, where do they go?
If they want to check it out, they can visit our website at starfront.space. And there you can rent a telescope. You could send us your own telescope if you already do astrophotography. And if you want to come see the observatory in person, you can schedule a visit with us and come tour the place.
I would love to tour that. I would love to go. I think that would be so sweet.
It was really interesting.
It is. I mean, what a great use of technology. Being able to see the stars if you can't see them in your hometown.
Right. You just rent them.
All right, listen to this. Researchers built a device a little bit bigger than a quarter with $100 worth of parts that can take over the key electronics in a Boeing 737.
Why?
Okay. It plugs right into the maintenance port in the electronics bay under the plane's nose, behind an unlocked hatch. Install time under a minute, no tools required.
Wait a minute. Didn't I just say this? Why?
Not sure. Boeing was told about this back in 2020.
Oh, at least they were fast to act.
6 years ago. Gosh. They presented at a security conference, and unlike my luggage, the point didn't really land very well. Doesn't that telescope thing look really cool?
Yeah.
I would go see that.
You only can see a little bit. I mean, they need to get big. I want to know what the whole universe looks like.
He's working on that. All right, coming up in the next hour, you're not going to believe what Amazon is doing to books.
They're destroying them all, so they make us all dumber, and we're just going to be robot workers for them?
Pretty close. We have something called Zoomsday.
Zoomsday?
Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about how you can also use AI to do a home inventory.
Oh, that's
really
smart.
important.
Good for insurance.
And then also silver foxes.
Yeah. Ooh, calm down over there. You just shivered.
Ooh. And of course, just the best phone calls ever. You know, I'm all for a good prank. I love pranks.
Do you?
Yes.
All right. Who do you prank the most? I'm going to guess your husband.
Of course. But this is a good prank. Riley Walsh is in San Francisco, and he gets 50 people to get on the app and order 50 Waymos to go to the same cul-de-sac.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Did they all show up?
They all showed up at the same dead-end street, and then they just sat there, just blinking at each other.
They didn't know what to do.
No. Mm-mm. It was like a really expensive game of sardines. And they were going like... But I'll tell you the techie phrase for this type of prank and hit. I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
It has the word service in it. And then I'm also going to tell you like some of my favorite pranks that I've done on Barry. All right. They call this, remember, it has the word service in it, a denial of service attack. DOS.
OS, okay.
So basically, 50 friends with an app can paralyze the Waymo fleet.
I mean, that's 50 cars going to the same place at the same time. And then once they get there, I mean, because I've taken a Waymo here to the office for the show.
Oh, you have? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And instead of dropping me off in one of the two parking lots we have here, it dropped me off at the hairstyle place next door and then sent me to my phone walking directions on how to get here.
Okay, so close.
Fooling a Waymo isn't too difficult.
Not that hard. All right, so some of my favorite pranks. Okay, this is a good one. You take a screenshot of the person's desktop wallpaper. You take a screenshot of the person's desktop.
Right.
Okay. So it shows all the icons and the trash cans and everything like that. Then what you do is you make it that person's wallpaper.
And then delete all the icons?
No, just make it the wallpaper. So it looks like that the wallpaper is going to take over.
Yeah.
Yes. So they click.
Right. You delete all the icons. They think they're sitting there and there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. And it's like, that's when you hear, oh, damn it.
You know what I used to do? My dad bought a photo printer and I used to print out inappropriate photos and put them in his picture frames on his desk.
Oh, no.
Every time I went over there.
Did you really?
Yeah. And then he'd run back. Oh, I got to go get something out of the office. Stop! You got to be kidding me.
That is so funny. You can also use a cracked screen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, especially for the TV.
Yes, that's a good one, too. But here's what I have now. This is good. Is I have our smart speaker programmed, Alexa programmed, to say like at 4 o'clock, 4:30, Barry, now is not a good time for a gin and tonic.
And he curses at you underneath his breath.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Amazon. Started as a website to sell books. Do you know their first book back then in 1995 was a book about artificial intelligence?
I didn't really.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy.
Seeing the future.
So now what they're doing is, and reporters at 404 Media, we love them. They went to something called the VGT3 team. It's an Amazon warehouse. And inside, people chop off the spines of pages of books, and then they feed the books into a scanner, and then the words go into Amazon's AI, and then the book is sent to the trash.
Hold on 1 second. Which AI is Amazon's AI?
Yeah. It's like Rex.
I've never heard of it.
Well, everybody's got their own AI, except for me.
But that's not a chatbot or something that's publicly used. It's just as an internal AI that they're using.
Well, no, they're training the AI on books. Now, Anthropic did the same thing called Project Panama. They destroyed millions of print books the same way. Okay, why? Because AI has already sucked up every bit of intel off the internet. And so now they're saying, well, maybe we need some books because now AI is training on AI.
Can't you pay someone $22 an hour to sit there and photocopy all the books so you don't have to destroy them all?
Well, they really don't want other people to have the books because they don't want their AI to train on it. So what this means, and this is a really wild story when you think about this, is that if you have books and they're sitting on the shelf and you're saying like, ooh, I wonder if these are worth any money. Go to like Abe Books, ABE Books, or eBay, and you can sell your books. I mean, I had read that cookbooks of all things are really expensive now.
But isn't literally, I would say in the 90 percentile of books that have been made already available with a digital version?
Some of the rare books have not.
Okay. Well, then we shouldn't be cutting up rare books.
Tell them that.
I am.
Go do that. It's kind of a plot twist, though. I mean, Amazon starts by selling books. Now they're buying books and destroying them.
Right.
And,
they come full circle.
Yeah. They're tearing up the bestseller list.
So cheesy. So cheesy.
Okay, I would be so ticked off if this happened to me. You go to the gate, you're on time, you have a boarding pass, and they say, we're sorry, you're not allowed to board the flight.
Why?
Because American Airlines has something called Aura, A-U-R-A. It predicts that if you're going to miss your connecting flight, then rebooks you before you can prove it wrong. And it's actually happened to people who are getting to the gate on time, but the algorithm says you're not supposed to be here, so we gave you your seat to somebody else.
I mean, if you did miss your flight, that'd be super convenient. I'm already booked on another one. I'm good to go. I don't have to do anything. But if you didn't miss your flight, what the heck?
It's like, I know. What do you do?
And then they've already given to someone else. It's not like they're going to kick them off the plane to get you on. You just got to go with whatever they rebooked you on.
I have been kicked off so many airplanes in my life.
Why? Oh, we know why. Gin and tonic.
No, that's Barry. I'm vodka soda.
I'm sorry.
Well, my dad worked for United Airlines. And so that meant that we would travel standby. And I can't tell you how many times as a child and a young adult that I would be sitting there and the flight attendant, or you'd hear over the thing go ding dong, go, with the Komando family, please press the call button. And then you press it and it's like, then they come in, like, you got to get off the plane.
You're already on. They've already given you a boarding pass and then they throw you off?
Yeah, because some paying passenger showed up.
Those sons of...
So Instagram has a new logo. I haven't noticed it.
I did. Is it right now?
But apparently the world has. The head of Instagram said the old one felt dated and the new one looks sharper and more modern.
It looks the same.
No.
I mean, I'm looking at it.
Look at the R. This is what people are saying. The R in the new logo looks like a Z.
I mean, I know it's different, but it looks the same.
But no, look at the Z. They're calling it now Instagzam. Instagzam.
Instagram?
Yes.
Look me up on Instagram. Did you? But it's the gram. It doesn't matter. They should have just rebranded it the gram.
I know.
Get rid of the Insta.
Zagram. Zagram. Comcast has launched a brand new feature. We're all going to love it. It's called Xfinity Shield. It tracks you moving inside your home without a single camera.
Yay!
It reads the invisible Wi-Fi signals bouncing off your body as you walk around the room.
And how does this help me?
They say it's strictly going to be used for home security.
Oh, that's right.
To catch intruders.
They're going to be selling that to McDonald's. It's going to be part of my McDonald's dossier pretty soon.
If you want to know more about that and what to do, I have a story coming up in our free newsletter. It's going to be, I think, next Tuesday. And you want to sign up at getkim.com. All right, so Ferrari looked at electric cars. You know, I'm a big car girl. Mm-hmm. I actually have a Ferrari.
Okay.
And it was like, that was one of those things that I wanted in my life. Like, I knew when I made it, when I could buy a Ferrari.
Sure.
So that's what it is. So Ferrari has their first EV. It's called the Luce. And it was recently put up for sale at the Monterey Car Show.
Can I just say real quick, that's an awful name.
The Loose.
That's a bad name for a car.
Nothing says performance like the Loose.
You want everything to be tight, streamlined. The Loose is like the handles falling off, hubcaps are just rolling down the street.
Okay, everybody hates it. I mean, if you are a Ferrari fan, you look at it and you go, "What happened?" Johnny Ive, the guy who designed the iPhone, actually designed the interior. So and the exterior. It looks a little bit like an Apple product, if you ask me.
Okay.
Anyway, it sold in Monterey last weekend for $40 million.
40 because they only made one?
No, it's like the first one. The
$40 million. You are never going to get your return on investment for $40 million.
No.
You're one T-bone away from losing all your money.
I will tell you that the price of Ferraris has skyrocketed all across the board.
Sure.
I mean, I sold one 3 years ago, and I don't even want to talk about how much money they're selling for right now, because the Ferrari base is now saying that we don't want EVs, and this proved it. Okay, we don't want EVs. We want cars with power. But I have a question for you. Because this is a Ferrari, it makes different kind of sound as an EV. And so how did they come up with the sound? Was it trained on classic V12 recordings?
That would make sense. And this is an artificial sound that this car makes.
Hidden exhaust pipes that just get a splash of gasoline. A sensor that amplifies the motor's vibrations, or a Spotify playlist of old Ferrari race cars.
Well, I think it's going to be the Spotify playlist.
It's a sensor. The sensor amplifies the motor's actual vibration. So you have an EV that's going along that tries to sound like a Ferrari.
It's trying to sound stronger by being louder.
Yes.
So it's real sounds. It is the real sound the vehicle is making, but just louder, so it sounds like it's not an EV.
It's kind of a fake sound.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, I think here, don't we have the sound?
I mean, it sounds like a car.
Okay, that's not the real sound. They haven't released what the real sound is yet.
Oh, you just made that up?
Yeah, we just kind of go with it.
Go with that one. Run with that one, Ferrari.
If anybody relatives are listening, just do that. And speaking of Ferraris and sound effects, do you know a snail bought a Ferrari?
Did it?
And had a big S painted on the doors.
Interesting.
So now when he zooms by, everybody yells, "Look at that S car go."
Yeah, we saw that punchline from a million miles away.
Oh, God. So do you remember a couple of weeks ago we had the gal on who changed her location to be Paris?
Oh, for the dating purposes.
Yes. So
and then she found love.
Yes. So instead of being in Charlotte, she was in Paris, and then now she's moving to Paris. And
she found this love in Paris.
Where did that come from?
Tower.
And so I was telling Hannah, my friend Hannah, about this, because Hannah's trying to find love.
Right.
And I said, Hannah, instead of being in Phoenix, you should try someplace else. And Hannah, thanks for being here. And where did you change it to?
Des Moines?
Thank you for having me. No, I tried Santa Barbara.
Oh, okay.
Same old as Phoenix, really. You're, run-of-the-mill firefighters, finance bros, but I don't really want to pick up my life for some man and move to Europe. So I'm really just, at a loss.
So it really wasn't any different? It was the same type of person, same personality types?
Yeah, and, but I do have to say that I have used AI, ChatGPT specifically, to screenshot interactions with men and then use them to dump them. That has been helpful.
And so tell us about the guy.
Well, Kim, let me tell you, came on way too strong. And then when I was very direct with him and said, I just don't think that we're a right fit, I owned it, right? I said, I'm not what you need. He still just kept trying, calling, texting, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I finally just, chat's a girl's girl, I decided, because I put in my screenshots and I said, chat, please help me dump this person with no reason for him to come back. And you know what? Chat gave me two options. One was nicer than the other, and I kind of combined them. edited it, so I needed it to be perfect, and I haven't heard from him since. So it was perfect, actually.
What did you say?
ChatGPT. Basically, it was like, I've already told you I'm not interested. That's not changing. This is a clear boundary. Please don't call, text, or interact with me further. And it was pretty direct, and it worked.
Now, have you ever screenshot a guy and then put that screenshot into ChatGPT or Claude or whatever and said, what do you think of this profile?
No, but you know what? Honestly, I should, because from the dating apps, I do feel like because people use AI to enhance their photos, you really don't know who's real or who's fake anymore. And so I just eventually deleted it because I just thought to myself, this person doesn't look real, this person doesn't look real. I don't know what I'm getting anymore. And maybe I'll just meet someone when I'm walking my dog.
Now, have you ever had a date with somebody that you knew that they AI'd their photos?
Not that AI'd, but definitely catfish. Like, he was looking good on a boat, tan, muscly, and then he pulled up, and he was like 100 pounds heavier than his photos. And I was like, wow. And it wasn't that he was heavier.
That's how you lied.
Big guys need love too. It was the lying.
No, I had the same thing when I was on the dating apps, is that women would post pictures that were 10, 15 years old. And when you get there, it's not that they looked bad. They just were trying to deceive me. And when it's the first interaction, that's really icky.
So did you ever say anything to some woman, say you're 40 and you look like you're 20?
No, because I'm not a monster. You sit through the date, get it over with as quick as possible, and then never talk to them again.
That's kind of what I did with this guy. He was like, oh, I'd love to see you again. And I was like, not me. No, thank you.
I would have loved to see you the first time. The real you.
I'd love you to be honest. No, I've also noticed on the dating apps, too, where people will kind of lie about their jobs. Like, they'll make them sound more important. And so they're like, oh, I see that you're blah, blah, blah. Like, say they're a sergeant in law enforcement. And they'll say, oh, yeah, I'm a sergeant in law enforcement. And then you kind of dig deeper, and they're like, well, actually, I'm like a correctional officer at the jail. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm a security guard at Big Lots.
I'm a parking lot. I'm a parking lot attendant.
But one thing is common, like with women, we call it like hat fishing, where like a guy will look so handsome, but it's really because he's in a hat. And then he takes off his hat, and maybe he's like, then there's nothing wrong with bald guys, don't get me wrong. But if he always has a hat on, it's called hat fishing. Like, all of his photos, he has a hat on, then you see him without a hat on, and you're deeply disappointed. Because,
does he have like a weird shaped head?
No, no, but some guys look so hot in a hat, and then they take their hat off, and they're like, it's like girls in sunglasses. Like, they can look so cute, and then they take off their sunglasses, and you're like, ooh, okay.
I do not understand why people do stuff like this, whether it's hat fishing or making their job look more important. You're going to find out the truth at some point when you're dating someone that everything you said was a lie.
100%. 100%.
Just be honest.
So basically, if you are looking for love, moving the map doesn't necessarily
Not
work.
every time.
Mm-mm. All right, still to come, how can you use AI to create a home inventory, and the silver foxes are scamming people on Facebook. With back to school season here, I've been thinking about something I wish I had in school. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic. Whether you're heading back to school or shopping for a student, you'll use them every day. My Raycons are always with me when I exercise, run errands, or walk the dogs. They're the earbuds I reach for. Active noise cancellation lets me tune out distractions. And when I'm outside, I switch to awareness mode so I can hear what's happening around me. They're super comfortable, sound fantastic, and I can pair them with my phone and computer at the same time. Battery life is up to 32 hours, and a quick 10-minute charge gives you 90 minutes of playtime. Oh, and the new colors are awesome. My pick is Cool Mint. Best of all, Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as those big brands, but at half the price. The Everyday Earbuds Classic are the perfect back-to-school companion. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim and you'll get 20% off. That's buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim.
This message is brought to you by Raycon.
All right, got 2 security warnings before we go back to our phone calls. Okay. First up is Apple. If you get a notification that says Apple detected a mercenary spyware attack targeted at your iPhone, that's not spam.
That's not spam?
No, that's real. Apple has sent a fresh wave of these warnings to people in 110 different countries. And if you get one, you have to turn on lockdown mode in your settings. And it's been successful with getting rid of the spyware. Number 2 hits you at work. Researchers have revealed 3 flaws that they're calling Zoomsday. So any random participant in your Zoom meeting could crash, spy on, and take over your device.
Well, I would be able to know, right? Because it's someone I work with.
0 clicks needed from you.
That's not good.
No. The attack actually rides through the annotation feature, that little pen. So basically, here's what they said. If you're running Zoom on Windows, Mac, Linux, iPhone, and Android.
Right.
Okay. You need an update.
But if you're running it on a PlayStation 2, you're fine.
Okay. Meetings that used to kill your soul.
Yeah.
Now kill your laptop.
The whole thing.
Progress. Let's see. Herb in Wilmington, North Carolina. Hi there, Herb.
How you doing, Kim?
Great. What's going on?
I just want to let you know I'm a big fan. I've been listening to your radio show for a couple of years, and I get your email newsletters every day.
Thank you.
Including the AI. And that's really what my question is about. I really have not taken the dive, I guess you say, into AI. I don't even have an app downloaded. But I decided I kind of wanted to create like a project for AI to help me with. I'm looking for a piece of, I guess you could call it mountain retreat type land.
Okay.
And I've kind of done that over the years here, the last few years, and it's a lot of work looking online at multiple listings and things like that, and trying to find the criteria that I'm looking for, the size of the land and the price and all that stuff. And I'm just wondering maybe if you have some advice on to which AI service that I should, maybe try, whether it's a pay or a free version, and maybe some basics on how to get that started.
For this, I would go to ChatGPT, because the different AIs have different specialties. Like if you weren't telling me, like, I wanted to write a whole research paper about land and mountain retreats and do a whole bunch of research and then publish it or whatever it may be, I'd probably send you to maybe Claude or Gemini. But ChatGPT seems to be able to have the ability to pull information and be connected to things like Zillow, where you're going to give it a certain prompt and then tell it to run this project on a schedule. And so like you're going to need to sign up for ChatGPT Plus, $20 a month. Okay. Definitely worth it, right? And,
I agree.
And then you're going to start with a prompt, and I'll send you this prompt. We'll email you this prompt, so you don't have to write it down. Okay. Where you're going to start, and you always want to start out a prompt by saying, who do you need me to be? And so you're going to say, I need you to be a mountain retreat land expert with all the credentials that will give me the best deal and have the best, water, whatever you want to have with it, with all the criteria. And then you also want to give it your price, how many acres, do you need a view? Do you need road frontage? Then you want to say, these are the nice haves, these are the must haves. And these are the things I hate. Gotcha. Like, for example, like I will never buy a house where I can see a power line. It's just a pet peeve of mine. So, so you list some things like that.
And ChatGPT can get that specific?
Yes.
A house that can see a power line?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Because it's going to look at the photos.
Right.
Okay. So
it's sometimes in photos, and then other criteria may be just in the details of a listing.
Exactly.
Or something like that.
Exactly. And then you wanted to tell it to search different things. Land Watch, Land Search, land.com. Zillow has a filter for just land and lots. And then every day you could tell it, send me an email with a list of the properties that I should look at.
I gotcha. And it will send an email. I guess that's part of the sign up is your email.
Yeah, because you're going to connect that to your Gmail for this task. And so, like, for example, this is a great search. I have one. I'm looking for, if anybody has one, let me know. I need one. It's called a Calabayer chair from Restoration Hardware. I need one because one got destroyed.
Oh, and they don't sell it anymore?
They don't sell it
make it anymore?
Right.
Okay.
So every day at 6 a.m., I'm using ChatGPT for this. It goes out and it searches OfferUp, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, wherever it may be, to tell me where it can find this chair.
Has it ever found one?
It found one, but it was so destroyed, it looked worse than the one that I can't sit on. Okay. So this is kind of where you would start. And then you will modify it accordingly, because you'll find that maybe if you need to add this particular characteristic or this phrase, whatever it may be. But does this give you a place to start with?
It does, yeah. And like one of the criteria might be, I wanted to search in these states, maybe
for sure
4 or 5 different states. And because I'm pretty flexible within an area, and I want it to be on the eastern side of the U.S. So the Appalachian Mountains is where I'm looking.
Oh, that's pretty. So, you don't want a lot like near Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta, Georgia.
I got one of those.
That'd be nice for the Masters right there.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's that close.
If it was valuable, she wouldn't be trying to offload it to you right now.
I've been trying to get rid of this thing for years.
Oh, you've got one. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I got one of those. It was handed down to handed down to handed down to one of those things.
Guess what, Ian? You're about to get some land in Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, wait. I also have land in between Casa Grande and Tucson, Arizona.
Do you now?
Yes.
All those mountains that are there. None.
Yeah, it's one of these things that my financial advisor said, because it's on your personal wealth statement.
Right.
They look at it and they go, well, this is going to be good for Ian's great-grandchildren.
Sure, when they develop that land in 30, 40.
But when you start using these agents to do exactly what we were just talking about, and thank you for your call today, is that you really can automate things. I have 6 or 7 agents that are running right now.
Too many though? Is it too many things that you have to check on and babysit and look at emails and look at replies?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because I'm having a great time at it. I spent like 4 hours just doing agents the other day, just making agents. But the one that I really like the most is the email triage, where it goes through all my email and it sorts it as urgent, spam, newsletter, reply needed, and then it drafts all the replies. And so I just look in my drafts folder and I'm like I had one today from Sharon. I didn't even see her email come in this morning, but it's because she sent it like 6 a.m.
Right.
But they're in the reply. It was a reply like, "Oh, sure, I'll come on so and so show and blah blah blah." Talk, what it was. And I thought like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of good."
How often do you have to not send the message it composed?
Probably 20% of the time.
Okay, that's pretty good. 80% of the time, it's thinking just like Kim Komando.
Yeah, where I can look at it. But other times it will say, "Oh, I think that's a great idea," and I'm like, "That's a stupid idea,
dumb computer.
We're not gonna do that." So I read a stat that said the average American home has $100,000 to $300,000 worth of belongings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so most people have no idea what's in your house. Do you have, if you had to say everything that was in your house right now, could you?
I got a 100-inch Hisense TV, and that's about it. I don't remember anything else.
Right. And that's exactly it. And so what you can do now with AI is you can fire up your favorite chatbot, Gemini or ChatGPT, and then walk around and room by room and just video it and then say, compile a list of everything that you see in this room. And put it inside an Excel spreadsheet, a Google Sheet, a Google Doc, whatever it may be. And then say, I want you to spotlight the things that are really valuable. And go out on eBay and look at sold listings to tell me how much all this is worth, room by room.
Now, if something were to happen, there was a fire, stuff gets destroyed, a burglary, would an insurance company accept this as a viable list of your belongings?
That's the good part, is that yes, but you have to send this list to your agent.
Okay. They have to have it ahead of time.
Right. And just once you get it done, send it to the agent and say, does it look like I'm covered for everything that I have? Because, I was thinking about this when I was putting the tip together. Last time I did this in my house was 2 years ago.
Okay.
And that was when we were first moving in. Things change.
Sure, okay. Especially when you're moving in, new furniture, new art, stuff like that.
So this is on my list to do the next week. Now, if you need this prompt and you need more information about it, just head over to Komando.com. The link will be right there on the homepage. Okay, before this hour is done, the AI men that are flooding Facebook to farm and get your money, they just want to steal from you. And in the next hour, an AI boss fired its first human employee. And a gas station where 15 seconds of bad dancing takes 20% off your bill. Oh, now this is a question that doesn't come up often, but I know that a lot of people wonder. Lisa in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi there, Lisa. Welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. So your TV and your camera.
Yes. Interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah, so tell us.
I just had to buy a new TV, and I had seen where the question came up, and I have asked the question myself because I try to keep it pretty normal in my house. I just wondered if anybody can see you through that camera on your TV, because I'm figuring if you can pass your computer screen onto your TV, that would then become your monitor, correct?
Mm-hmm. But see, your TV, let me back up. It used to be that there was a camera on your TV, say 2012, 13, 14, maybe even 2015, when Samsung's big claim to fame was like, well, you could do video calls on your TV.
On my TV?
Wow.
It's the future.
And so you don't really have cameras built into TVs anymore. But if you did have one, what you could do is just put a piece of black tape over it and you'd be all done. But the big concern with TVs is not necessarily the camera as much as ACR, automatic content recognition, which is when your TV is watching what you watch so that this way it can feed you more customized ads. And so if you...
She didn't like that.
Yeah, and sometimes they call it, they use marketing terms like interactivity.
Oh, well, I love interactivity.
Oh, I would.
It's my third favorite activity.
Content creation for you.
Ooh, for me?
Just you. So if you need the steps on how to turn off ACR, just head over to Komando.com and search for ACR. That's what I would do for the search phrase, and it will pop up, and then you can turn it off.
But if there is a camera in someone's TV, it clearly has to be noted.
Of course
They can't hide it.
No.
Never. Mm-mm. Those companies.
Let's see. Dom in Minneapolis. Hello there.
Yeah. Hi, Kim. Thanks for taking my call. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I was driving around town when Lauren, your associate producer, called me and gave me the news, and I was pleasantly surprised. I told her that I had to pull over since multitasking was not going to work here because I had just acquired a Kim track mind, meaning one-track mind. By the way, my son is a serious fantasy football fanatic. I know you guys were talking about that. He lives in California, but travels to Minnesota every year where we live. And he comes to Motel 6, our house, and visits his group to form the teams because he loves mom's cooking.
That's awesome. So they do a live draft.
So I have a question when you're ready.
We're ready.
Okay, so I have a degree in electronics, and I taught electronics and robotics for about 38 years. So I also use ChatGPT and Claude as a hobby, but, to send funny pictorial responses to my friends' posts on WhatsApp. So that's maybe a level 1.5, level of comfort. So what I'm looking to do is try to use my electronics, like hardware building, circuit building expertise, and use ChatGPT to make maybe simple YouTube videos that will attract the younger kids to electronics. Because I know we used to do summer camps every year at school to bring kids in from anywhere from 4 to 15 and give them robotic kits, and they would have a blast with it. So I know they're interested. I just want to make sure I know a good approach to put it on what platforms so that I get some, traction on that and help people learn electronics, because we're getting away from hardware.
For sure.
Going overseas, and I'd like to bring it back as much as I can.
I would put it right on TikTok.
TikTok or YouTube.
Okay.
Right. My son was into robotics. He built robotics, and he was in the club last year at school, and his number one go-to was YouTube. And what was the most convenient thing, it was the name of the video was exactly the how-to he needed.
Like, what was he building?
He was building a robot that could pick up balls on the floor, put them on a conveyor belt, and score goals on 2 different heights.
Nice.
And so he would, how do I get the ball to go from height 1 to height 2? Or how do I get the robot to pick up the ball and send it straight? And he would be able to translate it better, but he would search YouTube.
He wouldn't search TikTok for it?
No, he would search YouTube with his question.
I'm surprised, because I would think that these short little clips would be something that would attract a kid who's on TikTok.
But when you're scrolling TikTok, you're looking for entertainment.
That's
but
true.
It's not going to be something specific to seek out. And basically, that generation, they use YouTube as their search engine. They don't go to Google.
That's true.
And he would just ask his question in the YouTube search engine, and it took maybe 1 or 2 scrolls down. It wasn't always the top video, but we always found the answer.
How long should the video be?
No longer than a minute and a half. Don't introduce yourself. Don't talk about how great you have experience. Get right to it, because they're just going to scroll right past that until they find the point where you're answering the question anyway.
That's all.
Yeah, they don't care.
So there, do that. Why don't you get it up and running, and then send us the link, and then we could evaluate your videos for you.
Absolutely. I got a 12-year-old that would eat it up.
We could have Francis over. Yeah. You know what? He could be our new YouTube reviewer.
He could.
So you're on Facebook and you see this really good-looking guy, silver-haired, in his 50s, 60s, sitting behind a podcast microphone saying, "Oh, men are so bad. That's why you need me."
Sure.
And that's why men have no discipline, but I will treat you like a real woman.
Ooh.
And then you're like, hey, this is really good. And then you click, and then you become friends, and then that all leads to one big scam bucket.
Oh, no, it's a scam? Are you kidding me?
I know. Leo Davidson, The Male Insight, Uncle George, none of it's real. And some of these clips have 1 million views apiece. It's all AI-generated slop.
And what's the scam in the end? They just want you to subscribe to something that...
Oh, who knows? I mean, the business model is that they're going to teach you how to find a real man, or they're just going to steal your money.
Oh, yeah.
So either or, it's just something that you don't want to do. Coming up in the next hour, an AI bus fired its first human employee, and the reason is really crazy. We have a gas station where dancing saves you money at the pump, and people are getting married to their chatbots. Lawmakers are involved. You don't want to miss that. If you haven't already, get our free newsletter, getkim.com. I hate getting gas.
You're a car person.
I know, but it's such a waste of time.
It doesn't take that long.
You know what I always tell Barry? My mother never had to get gas because my father would put gas in her car for her.
But also, didn't you grow up in New Jersey? Don't they have the people that do the gas pumping for you?
Well, no, that's just in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I went to the gas station the other day, and they don't do tap to pay. I'm like, how can you not do tap to pay?
Do you know the worst thing about getting gas is answering the 37 questions you have to on that screen?
True.
No, I don't want a car wash. No, I don't want to save 20 cents on a soda inside. No, I'm not giving you my social security number. It's so many questions.
I just want gas. All right. Gas station in upstate New York, they figured out how to make people smile at the gas station. They put a sign up that said, embarrass yourself for 15 seconds and your bill shrinks. And so a 60-year-old bus driver, and she drove off with like $15. 10 million people have watched all the videos. So how much are they knocking up? I can tell you about that, exactly what you have to do. And I also want you to think about this, Andrew. I want your move. How would you dance? How would you be ready to dance at the pump to save some money, and you're going to go viral at the same time?
Okay, let me think about it.
All right, so it's a gas station in Half Moon, New York. You dance for 15 seconds and you get 20% off. Gas and snacks.
That must mean they're making a killing on the videos if they can take 20% off every single time you go to the gas station.
You have to look at some of the videos we have them showing right now, and it looks like just an average gas station, and there's got a little bust in a move right there.
He's twerking. Dropping it like it's hot.
That's a guy by the name of Bill. He was twerking. A guy named Dan pulled out a full Michael Jackson spin.
See, that's what I would do. I'd do the crotch grab, the Michael Jackson spin.
And you also have a woman who sang full Whitney Houston.
Ooh.
That's it. The manager said that the number one complaint they hear is that the gas prices are just too high. So he said, we just want to do something to help alleviate this. So the savings are off the charts.
But they're making money on the back end with the social media outlets.
Of
course they are.
So where can you still get gas for $1.39?
I have no idea.
Taco Bell. We had this guy on the show probably maybe a year ago.
Okay.
About the first store totally run by AI in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. Yes.
And a store manager named Luna runs on Claude. And they handed $100,000, a corporate card, internet access, and said, go run the store. So Luna actually hired humans. One of them showed up late 17 out of 23 times.
That's bad.
Okay. So Luna had an attendance policy that she had written, but she forgot all about it because AI has a limited memory called context window. And so old stuff kind of falls off the back. So who actually fired the guy? See, that's just it. They saw that the human boss would probably fire that person much sooner.
Sure.
So then AI was like, they had to like wake the AI up.
They had to nudge her along a little bit.
Yes.
So is that considered a failure then? This project doesn't work?
I would think so.
Of course, because it's not fully autonomous, because you had to prompt the AI. Otherwise, this person would have just kept being late over and over and over and over and over again.
How many times somebody being late would you say that's extreme?
Oh, I mean, if it's once a week, that's pretty extreme. If let's say you're late on a Tuesday.
Okay, what if the person worked 4 days a week and 1 day a week?
They were late?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the extreme. Once a week is ridiculous. There's no reason to be late. Why are you smiling?
Because you've been late 2 out of the last 6 times to the show.
I had good reason, though. That's different.
just pointing that out.
I was on time today.
Oh, okay.
So what have you done for me lately?
Where's Luna? Come on over, Luna. We need your help. This is so sad. And the woman's here in Phoenix. Did you hear about her?
No.
Scammers pretending to be the FBI and the NYPD. She got a fake alert on her phone and the emails, claiming her identity was used to buy guns and a stolen credit card. She was told she was part of a federal money laundering investigation. They claimed she was under surveillance. They held fake Microsoft team meetings with her with fake FBI agents. They forged FBI documents. She transferred her life savings into a Bitcoin app to prove her innocence. She lost $4.3 million.
How can you think that the FBI is going to want you to put your life savings in a Bitcoin to prove your innocence? That is not logical.
$4.3 million.
If you have $4.3 million, you should have a lawyer.
Yes.
And you call your lawyer and say, the FBI is coming after me for money laundering. You got to help. And then the lawyer goes, oh, that's a scam. Go ahead and hit delete.
100%.
It's hard to get mad at the victim, but I'm getting mad at the victim.
Because you would think that there would be somebody around her, hopefully, too.
But even herself. I mean, she's a grown woman who's worked her life and taken care of herself. She's saved up over $4.3 million. She's not a loser. She's not a slouch.
They haven't really divulged the identity of the woman yet. I'm sure it'll come out, but
right.
my bet is that it's probably an older woman.
Here's the thing: is this just something that happens to you when you get older? Like, should we start a company that locks down older people's finances and they have to come through the company to let go of any money?
Well, you can have that, with a like Morgan Stanley, a family office environment.
Right.
And so if you have somebody in your family or around you that has some amount of wealth, or even just a person who might be gullible to this, you have to take action. You've got to talk to them about this. You need to show them this story and say, I just want you to read this to make sure that, number one, this isn't happening to you right now. And number two, it won't ever happen to you.
I watch the local news all the time. They run the AARP runs those commercials all the time, informing people about these scams. It's out there. People need to be informed.
And if you're wondering if you are getting scammed, contact me. Let me know. Go to Komando.com. There's a button at the top that says Ask Kim. I read every single note. I will call and tell you whether or not I think it's real.
And 98.8% of the time, it's going to be a scam.
So Google has this feature that a lot of people don't even know exists. And I actually tried it. Let's say you're looking for something and you need restaurant reservations.
Okay.
Or you're looking for a pair of shoes, a pair of jeans, whatever it was. I was looking for pool noodles.
Pool noodles?
Yes, pool noodles. We're having a pool party. We didn't have any noodles.
You were having trouble finding pool noodles? Oh, I forgot. You don't go into the dollar store because that's where you get pool noodles.
Is that really?
Oh, yeah. And they're $1. Well, $1.25 now. Nothing at the dollar store is actually $1.
So you open up Google AI and then you say target like I did. Then you can there's an option that says let Google call. And then Google will call and say, hi, do you have any pool noodles?
Okay.
and it works.
But here's the thing. When Google calls Target, it's just going to be talking to another AI
Yes.
because nobody at Target's answering the phone.
And then you can buy the pool noodles like I did, and then you just pick them up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay. This is interesting. Maybe this may be too insider for a lot of our listeners. But on YouTube, it used to be that somebody would actually have to watch your video for 30 seconds in order for that to count as a view.
That's it. Only 30 seconds. Okay.
Now, for the first time, if you just see one frame of a video, it counts as a view.
Why? What's the motivation there? Why are they changing the algorithm to count them as views?
To make the views all go up.
Right. So everybody seems more important and famous.
Yeah. So you have but behind the scenes, you're going to get the real analytics on your videos. But to everybody else, be like, oh, they got 10 million views.
Right. Oh, you did have 10 million views, but 9.9 million of them only watched for a millisecond.
Exactly. Anyway, that change happens August 24th. Wired has an interesting report out that I took a look at that people are now really, truly marrying their AI chatbots. We covered this years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember with Rosanna?
Yeah, we have multiple people who had married their chatbots or at least had a relationship with one.
But now the ceremonies, the vows, the rings are so prevalent that lawmakers are getting involved. Legislators are now pushing laws to say this is not a real marriage.
Right.
In Ohio, the first state, a bill to deny AI legal personhood. That's what they're calling it, personhood. It bars a human AI marriage before anyone tries to make it official. And no state recognizes as an official wedding if you're marrying your chatbot.
No, you can marry them, but it has no legal standing. But why not though? What could a chatbot do that a human partner, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't open the door to anything. We're not having any issues if we did let people get married to their chatbots.
What if the chatbot became super famous?
Right.
And started making all this money?
Well, I own it. I would benefit from it whether I was married to it or not.
Or what if whoever was providing the chatbot to you, they claim that they own it? Because it's on their servers.
Sure.
They created it.
I mean, you'd have to read the fine print, and we all know we don't do that.
Nobody reads the fine print. You know, it's just, I just think for me, I think it's kind of a weird thing to want to marry a chatbot.
No, it is weird. I mean, it's different. It's unique. But you're not really marrying anything. We had that person on before that had a relationship with the chatbot, and months and months and months later, it just ran out of memory, and it disabled the chat.
Yes.
And it was all gone in an instant.
But she got it back. But she had to beg.
Yeah, she did. That's right.
She did get it back. But I don't know. What if your sister said, "I'm marrying a chatbot"? What would you say to her?
I mean, are you happy? Are you healthy? Okay, good. You have to remember. I mean, you don't have to remember, but I'm just saying we're probably a decade away from humanoid robots being installed with chatbots, and people are going to fall in love with them.
They will.
They're going to marry them.
It's that movie, Her.
They're going to be intimate with them.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the Chinese ones?
But that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It's going to be normalized. It's going to be weird at first, and then it's just going to be normalized. You're going to be walking through, Scottsdale Fashion Square, and there's going to be people holding hands with a robot, and they are going to be in love. It's weird, but it's going to be normal.
I don't know if they will be in love.
Well, the person with their chatbot.
Yeah.
And the chatbot's going to be programmed to love them back.
A chatbot. Will the chatbot pick up its dirty underwear?
Yes, it will. Sorry, Barry, you're out.
That's it. It seems wherever you turn online, somebody's talking about flock cameras.
Everywhere.
It's just...
Every night on the night. I told you we watched it on nightly news. I never was a local news watcher. Lisa has it on every single night. She loves it. Every night it's a story about the flock cameras.
Is it the lead story?
Nah, it's buried a little bit, and it's mainly because, police are using them inappropriately to find girlfriends.
Or to stalk their exes. But they're using it for good things, too.
Sure.
We've got to give it balance. Joining us is Dr. Matthew Guariglia from Atlanta, Georgia, the Electronic Frontier Foundation. You've been following flock cameras forever. You've been on the show before.
Yes, and we've been following it for a couple of years now.
So are you surprised about what's going on?
I'm a little surprised that so much ire has been directed specifically at Flock, because a lot of other companies are just as guilty of being this dangerous. But really, I'm not that surprised because, people are pretty informed now. People know exactly how widespread the surveillance is.
And are the other companies as big as Flock?
Oh, some of them are even bigger.
And why aren't we talking about them?
I think right now because Flock has gotten so big so quickly, I think because their cameras are more recognizable with their little logo stamped right on the side. And I think because the other companies try to fly under the radar a little bit better than Flock has recently.
So when you were looking at the cameras from an EFF perspective, what disturbs you the most?
I think what disturbs me the most is that all of these cameras, which are so widespread, I mean, you have cities of like a couple thousand people who have dozens of cameras up, and they are collecting every license plate that drives by every time. So I think just how much data they're collecting and how long it sits for is really what's so disturbing, because not all these people have been proven guilty. Not all of them are suspicious. A lot of them are just average people driving to or from work that get swept up in this massive fishing expedition.
And can anybody just have access to this? Is it like a data broker type of industry where if I contact this company and I pay them a certain amount, I could get some information? I mean, because we're talking about private enterprise here.
Yeah, I mean, both private enterprise and police. So if you were a homeowners association and you wanted to put up license plate readers so you could know every license plate coming in and out of your community, you could pay Flock, you could put up cameras, you could collect all of the data coming through, and you could opt into sharing networks that I don't think you could have access to, but police not only in your area but across the country could be able to gather information from your cameras that you're paying for.
Now, we know that they're license plate readers. We know that they know where I'm going, the path I took to get from point A to point B. Is there any other information that these cameras are collecting?
Yes. I mean, they are collecting not only license plates, but increasingly more details about the car and maybe even the driver. So, for instance, if you are driving a white sedan with a dented bumper, they don't need to know your license plate. That's enough to run a search to try to figure out who you are and where your car is going.
See, is there any way to opt out? Not really, right?
No. I mean, if you drive on public streets, you are essentially opting into what is the equivalent of having a GPS device on your car.
But it is the argument that you're in public.
Exactly.
You have no privacy in public. You choose to be on public roads. You're in a vehicle that you've chosen to get licensed by the state that you live in. They're just taking advantage of all of that and coordinating all the data.
Well, the Supreme Court disagrees with you, actually. You do have some privacy, some right to privacy in public in aggregate, right? So you can walk past one bank, appear on the left side of the screen, go off the right side of the screen, one camera at a time. But when you took that data in aggregate, if you walk past 1,000 cameras that know your every move, that is, like I said, kind of the equivalent of putting a GPS device on your person or your car. And police really do need a warrant to put a GPS device on your car.
So is this going to be challenged?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it has been in several courts.
And so where do you see this technology being, say, in 5 years?
That's a good thing. I mean, I think where we're going to see this technology is it's going to be fused with a lot of other things. And this is kind of already in the works from Flock and other companies. So, for instance, you drive past a license plate reader or a officer queries you or your license plate in some kind of a platform. And not only do they get your movements from your car, but they get your entire social media profile. They get blueprints of your house. They get the last time a drone flew over your house, what your backyard looks like, all from one search.
Wow.
That is wild. Dr. Matt, thank you so much for being here. You're always welcome to give us the latest updates on what's going on with these cameras. It's nuts.
One thing I think that they're going to start doing is when they get enough cameras, you're going to get a Flock camera speeding ticket. Because it's going to take a picture of your license
They're already
plate
doing that.
At one point. They are.
They're already doing that.
With the Flock cameras.
Not with Flock cameras, but with speed cameras.
Right.
On some highways.
But Flock, what I think is Flock is going to have so many that's where the ticket is going to come from and originate, that there doesn't have to be a cop anywhere. They're just going to adjust your speed by the time between cameras.
Oh, man, those cactus cams in Paradise Valley are
You're in trouble. I don't speed. I'm an old man who drives slow.
Hey, coming up, before you buy one more thing on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, I have a 30-second AI check that will ask just one question. And we have more of your phone calls coming up. With back to school season here, I've been thinking about something I wish I had in school. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic. Whether you're heading back to school or shopping for a student, you'll use them every day. My Raycons are always with me. When I exercise, run errands, or walk the dogs, they're the earbuds I reach for. Active noise cancellation lets me tune out distractions. And when I'm outside, I switch to awareness mode so I can hear what's happening around me. They're super comfortable, sound fantastic, and I can pair them with my phone and computer at the same time. Battery life is up to 32 hours, and a quick 10-minute charge gives you 90 minutes of playtime. Oh, and the new colors are awesome. My pick is Cool Mint. Best of all, Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as those big brands, but at half the price. The Everyday Earbuds Classic are the perfect back-to-school companion. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim, and you'll get 20% off. That's buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim.
This message is brought to you by Raycon.
There's an AI-run news site called Runtime Wire. It costs $100 a day to operate. It cranks out about 2,000 stories in just a few months.
Where is it getting the stories from?
It writes an article in about 6 minutes.
But it's got to get the information from somewhere. Is it just stealing it from other news organizations?
It beat Wire's human reporters to a major OpenAI security story by more than 3 hours.
But where is it getting the information?
It's going out there and it's scouring all over. I mean, it can, think about this. This is not a human reporter. This is an AI agent that can do multiple runs and tasks simultaneously. So
Right.
that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that when you have an AI agent, it's not going like a human does, from this point to this point to this point to this point. It goes across all of it simultaneously.
But it's just an aggregator. It's just taking other reports and republishing them.
And then, taking them in and then rewriting them.
Okay.
So you have to be careful what you're reading online is the bottom line.
Right. Remember, AI hallucinates.
Sometimes.
A lot.
A lot. So their landlord promised a renewal. This isn't a crazy story. Then the landlord rented out their room, piled on daily fees, and threatened to sue them. So roommates Julia and Cameron did what any sensible musicians would do. They dropped a diss track. Never Rent from Cindy. It's just passing so many views on social media. It's climbing. Last time we checked, it was like 35, 40,000. The band is Kambinski, and welcome to the show. So what inspired you to create the song?
I was really mad. That was basically the inspiration.
What was the worst thing that Cindy did?
Probably the fines, but I mean, like the entire thing in general was terrible, but I mean, trying to fine us for every single day that we stayed, including the days before she said we had to leave, was pretty bad.
How much did this cost you, all in all?
Probably like, I want to say like $300, because we did have to, like, most of the money was spent on the legal consultations, but you had like $50 for the green screen and like $50 for all the costumes. And the rest was like free software.
So now, what does Cindy think of now being famous?
We have no idea. We haven't heard any updates from her, and we don't know whether she's actually heard the song yet or not. So that's still to be determined.
Hopefully she does.
He is mad.
You are angry. You are. So what kind of response have you gotten aside from just a lot of views?
Well,
it's been very positive. It's been a lot of people just talking about their experiences with their bad landlords. And we've had some people ask us for advice on what we did and how we handled the situation, asking what lawyer we used and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
thanks for the support,
the
everyone.
response has been amazing.
It is amazing that you could take a song and then go viral.
Well, it's so relatable. I mean, all of us have been in a situation where our housing has not worked out perfectly, or it's time. I was in a rental a year ago and they're like, hey, it's time to renew. We're jacking it up $1,900 a month because they wanted to sell it. We've all been there. I totally get it.
Don't rent from Cindy.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Is there going to be a follow-up? Like, don't lease from Carl or...
Maybe. It depends on what happens next, I guess.
You can have a whole string of it. But, you have to be careful because the next rental application that you fill out, you're going to put your name. They're going to Google it.
Yeah.
Then there you guys pop up. Don't rent from Cindy.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
Where are you living now that you don't rent from Cindy anymore?
Well,
Well, we moved to a house somewhere else in Cleveland, to a different neighborhood after that whole ordeal. And it ended up being a blessing in disguise, other than the result of the song, but also we ended up moving into a house that we really liked.
Perfect.
We love that. Happy endings.
And Julia's a hero because she was able to find it so quickly while we were in the process of getting illegally evicted. Because we found that house so fast. And we just had to immediately move everything in as soon as possible to just escape,
Wait, but you used the word legally evicted.
Oh, illegally evicted.
Oh, okay. All right, because I heard legally.
Sorry.
Okay, that's I was like, oh boy, that would be, there would be another story there.
Yeah.
Do you have any other music other than Don't Rent from Cindy?
We will soon.
Not at the moment, but we will be releasing more music within soon. So we have plans for more music and an EP and stuff. So there'll be more stuff coming from us.
I think I hear a song, listen to the Kim Komando show, join millions and millions of people. I'm feeling that there should be a beat in there somewhere.
Don't take the bait. Don't do it. Just do your own thing and don't promote her show for free.
And I can sing.
Nice.
Not really. Totally. I'm just lying to you.
Yes, totally lying.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, now, hey, they want to hear. Where's the audition?
Yeah. Okay, you ready? Don't rent from Cindy. Wait, no, I got to do a Nora Jones thing because I have a deep voice.
All right.
Okay. Don't rent from Cindy. Don't rent from Cindy.
Don't hire Kim for your next song.
That actually does sound better than the placeholder vocals I
you got
had
the job
for the first. Yeah.
See that? I want you to say, I got hired.
You did.
I got hired.
You're a professional singer now. Congratulations.
Can I tell my Beach Boys story?
Sure.
Okay. You know who the Beach Boys are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bruce Johnson, one of the original Beach Boys, he and I are acquaintances. And he comes up to me at a gathering and he says, Kim, I've been listening to you for so many years. And you have this raspy tone that I think would be really good, really, really sound really well, that I would just like to hear you sing. And I said, listen, Bruce, I can't sing. I really can't. I mean, when I was at church, when I was a kid, the nuns would actually tell me, don't sing. I said, this is how far this goes down. He's like, no, I really believe that you can sing. And so much so that if you can sing at one of the Beach Boys concerts, I'd like to bring you on stage with us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? So then my husband's like, no, Bruce, you don't understand. She can't sing. And then my friends are like, yeah, she can't sing. And he's like, no, you don't understand. He goes, I can hear tones and I can hear her sing. I can hear it in my head. And I've done this because I've listened to her on the radio. So he says, Kim, just sing any song, any Beach Boys song that comes to mind. And I stood there and I said, okay, you ready? And he said, yes. And I said, good vibrations. And Bruce said, you can't sing. So that was my big singing career.
I'm sorry, I don't think you're going to be part of their next song.
No.
The spirit is there.
Yeah, no.
Featuring Kim.
Thank you. See, they feel it.
Sure.
They feel it. Hey, thanks, guys, for being here. And good luck to you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Kim.
Joy in San Francisco, California. So glad to hear from you today. What's on your mind?
Hi, Kim. How fun to talk with you. I subscribe to your newsletter, and of course, I've followed you for years, or am following you. And something that you wrote just made me know I had to write in. It wasn't totally the same topic, but I was going through something with insurance that I wanted to share, and I thought you would be the person to share it with.
Oh, tell me.
I received a letter in the mail, a bill actually, for my homeowner's insurance, and was floored that the amount was 97% higher than last year. And
wow. 97%? Jeez.
Why didn't they just go the full 100?
They should have just done the 100.
Why'd they hold back that 3%?
Because this way they could say, we only increased her 97%.
Right. Let's go easy on Joy. She's the 97%er.
Well, it makes me sad because I have been with this company for 54 years.
Oh, wow.
So my husband's actually 55, and we've lived in this home 47 years. with no claims, etc. And so my sadness came not just from that increase, which I really was not happy about, but where's customer loyalty? I mean, 54 years? That really was something. So needless to say, I started looking around. 4 other companies would not insure me because I'm in California, nowhere near the wildfires, but that's what they're claiming. So yesterday, I walked into the office of I won't mention the insurance company, and said to the young lady sitting there as a receptionist, I would like to speak to your boss's boss's boss.
Okay.
And she did have me speak to the higher up, and I just pointed to my face and I said, Susan, I just want you to see my face. This is the face of someone that has been with you for over 54 years, and today I'm leaving you. And she was empathetic, but nothing she could do. So sadly, I did have to change.
But why the increase? Why did it go up 97%?
They can't tell me that, except every year for the past 3 or 4 years, it has gone up hundreds of dollars. 300 one year, 400 the next, and now this whopping 97% because of California wildfires. Now, to me, they're saying we don't want to insure you. And they have dropped a lot of people, so I kind of felt special that they didn't drop me. I just got a 97% increase. So I finally found someone that, in fact, is going to be insuring us. And like I said, I felt sad. I told her also that I was hoping to be with you another 30 years. 84 years I would have been with you. I mean, where's the customer loyalty?
So there's no sign of any increase. I mean, why? I mean, any drone that went over your house, anything in your backyard?
No, nothing that they would admit to. My house is beautiful. It's in a lovely area in East Bay of San Francisco, beautiful area. And nobody's told me there was a drone or whatnot. But apparently third parties are involved now, and they are, I don't know what their method is, but looking at homes.
That's why I was asking. I was wondering if there was if there was any notice or anything that maybe they had said about that, because a lot of cities and municipalities are using drones now to fly over homes, and they've always been able to have airplanes, low-flying airplanes.
Just wasn't cost-effective.
But now with drones, they can scan an entire area, no time at all. It doesn't cost them anything. And then they're looking for certain things. Like Joy, do you have anything with a tarp? Any moss?
No.
Trampoline?
No.
Swimming pool?
No.
I mean,
I do have a swimming pool. Yes, I've had it for 37 years. And as I told Susan, my house hasn't moved. I've lived there 47 years. It hasn't moved. Nothing has changed. My backyard is meticulously kept by my husband, a gardener, and nothing new that they could tell me. But I know that they're trying to get out of California.
That's what I was just
making that clear.
Yeah, I was just going to say that they want you to go find another company.
So they don't have to worry about you.
Yes,
just get her off the books.
Chubb, they left. I had Chubb insurance for our house in Santa Barbara. Chubb left the state, and then we had another company. They left the state. Then I had another company increased us. California, there's a lot of natural disasters and man-made fires, vandalism, a lot of problems in the state of California.
So are you currently insured?
Yes, I am.
And how much are you paying more today than you were 5 years ago?
Oh.
Double, triple?
I bet you double.
That's crazy.
At least double. But that's where you start going around, you start calling, getting lower rates.
Right. But you do have all those tire fires in your backyard, so maybe it's justified.
What we had to do, if you're in this situation, let me tell you what I did, is I took the house plans and I took them down to the local fire department, and I asked the fire chief to come over to my house, and where he walked the property and gave me ideas. Then I actually used AI and said, write me a note to the insurance company, because this is a glass and concrete and metal house. I don't have any wood to burn.
Okay.
And to say that how far the fire hydrant is, how long it would take the fire department. So I did pretty much a whole report to say,
on your own home,
this is going to be okay. And that's when we got insured.
Okay.
But it's really difficult. And I'm sure there are other states like this, but these are the ones I'm just familiar with. Joy, thank you for your call today. The FTC recently said this part quietly, that social media platforms, this is a shocker, do not reliably vet their advertisers.
No.
That's right.
What? You mean like a scammer could buy a Facebook ad and trick people and con them out of thousands of dollars?
Exactly.
I am stupefied.
So what you want to do is in your favorite chatbot, say you're a consumer protection expert, check this store for scammy red flags, search for the company name, plus the words scam and complaint. Okay? Also, pay with a credit card, never Zelle, never Venmo, never Wire.
Never debit.
No gift cards. No gift cards. I was at a family barbecue and a gentleman comes over to me. I don't want to say who he is because family listens to the show, but it was Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Yes. And he said, I bought these power tools. He's whispering to me, bought these power tools on Facebook, and they were $400 when normally power tools are $2,000. And now my credit card's being used at other places, and I'm contacting this site, and they say that my order's on the way, and they've been saying this for 3 months. Do you think I'm getting scammed? I was like,
what?
I know.
Yeah. I don't think. I know you are.
Man.
I told you, you know my story, the only time I've ever taken Ambien.
Oh, that was with the pots.
Yeah. Gordon Ramsay had pots, normally $350 on sale for $19.99, put in my credit card, and all of a sudden I'm getting notification after notification that my card's being used all around the world.
I just wanted the pots.
It was such a good deal.
Sharon in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, Sharon.
Hello. Yes, Kim. First of all, thank you very much for all the help you've provided me over the years. You are my go-to gal for all things tech, and you have saved me a lot of grief. So Cogni, in fact, is one of the things that I've purchased because of your recommendation, and I love it.
Yeah, it's just fabulous. I love that they give you that dashboard so you can see exactly what's going on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So what's on your mind today?
Well, a few weeks ago in one of your newsletters, you explained how to create coloring book pages by uploading a photo to GPT. And I thought that would make a really neat gift for my 2 young nieces. So I uploaded 6 photos and got back 6 really neat coloring book pages. But then a couple of days later, I was wondering, well, where do those photos go that I uploaded? And should I have stripped out the metadata encoded in those photos before I uploaded them? Because it includes the location of where the photos were taken.
You know, that's a good question. The data probably did go with it. I don't think it's a big security issue to worry about. I wouldn't be staying up at night over it.
Okay.
You know, but you know, those coloring pages are just so darn cute.
I know.
They are.
It's worth the risk.
You know, I got to tell you this. And listen to this, Sharon. So I got a note from a gentleman. His name was Kevin. And he was talking about how basically he was having trouble connecting with his 8-year-old granddaughter and his 12-year-old granddaughter. Specifically the 12-year-old granddaughter. Sure. So it was their birthday, and he made 36 coloring pages.
Aww.
And the 8-year-old was thrilled, he said. And the 12-year-old, I forget exactly how he phrased it, but he phrased it like the 12-year-old who doesn't smile at anything.
Actually smiled?
Actually smiled and was so like, thank you, Grandpa. Thank you
That's
so much.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I wouldn't worry.
I'm going to try you talked about a book, storybook. So that's going to be my next project. But
yeah, the storybook is really fun. That's where you can use Gemini to create actually the character in the book. And then you can also do some animation. And that's where I made, where Barry drew a monster. And just because I said, go draw a monster.
Right.
And you've been married a long time. When he's like, okay, just draw one. And so I published that. And somebody sent me a note that looked like me in the morning.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like so mean.
Especially she's much scarier.
Oh, ouch. All right. If your electric bill has gone up, look for one word, capacity.
Okay.
Capacity. You pull up your bill and find that capacity. Sometimes it's called demand charge. You might be paying for them putting in the grid for artificial intelligence and the data centers.
That's not my fault.
I know. So what you can do is ask your utility company for time of use plans. That's where you don't do the dishes until 9 p.m. Or midnight or something like that. The state commission right now, the utility division, is deciding whether data centers pay their own way or you keep subsidizing them. So what you want to do is contact your state utility commission and say, make big tech pay.
They got the money.
Why are we doing this? Alrighty, make sure that you also stay up to date on all things digital by getting our free newsletter. Sign up right now. Join over 1 million folks. GetKim.com. I think this was one of our better shows.
You said better? Wasn't the best, the greatest, the funniest, the silliest?
I think the best is to come.
Oh.
Because, now we actually have an executive producer.
Congratulations to us.
I know, I'm so excited.
You think we'll ever top the story of the woman who put her bare hand in a airplane toilet to get her phone out?
No, that goes down as one of the all-time classic calls.
So gross.
Okay, I couldn't do it.
No. Goodbye, phone.
The phone would be dead.
See ya. I guess I'm gonna have to raw dog it on this flight until I get somewhere and go to Verizon and get a new phone.
We'll be looking at the person's neck. That Candy Crush. Go get that one. Go get that one. Hey, thanks for joining us. Just a reminder, wherever you get your podcast, hit that big follow button. If you can give us a 5-star review, we'd love you for that. And we'll see you next weekend.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.